There are two of the closest people in Mr. L.K. Advani's life. His son Jayant Advani, his daughter Pratibha Advani, and of course his daughter-in-law Geetika Advani. After much persuasion, all three of them, they have never given an interview before, have agreed to speak to the CNN-IBN. Pratibha, let's begin with you. Has it always been like this kind of hectic, this kind of frenetic activity building up to the last day of campaigning?
Yes, as far back as I can remember, it's always been like this. This is the 5th time Dada is running from Gandhinagar as a candidate. And every time the family comes and we make Gandhinagar as our base for about a month. And since Dada can't come here that much, so he can take out those few days, and in the meantime the family holds fort.
So Jayant, you, your wife and your mother, you all did the controlling from the base here in Gandhinagar.
Yes, he filed his nomination on the 8th. I started my campaign on the 9th morning. And from the 9th morning till today afternoon, I have done a lot of campaign, visited a lot of areas.
So both of you have been involved from 2004, and as before, you were saying that even in the earlier campaigns of 96, 98, do you see a major difference in the nature of the campaigning or in your Dada's involvement?
No, not really. I think he's always been involved as such, and if you're referring to the fact that he's the prime ministerial candidate, and so is it any different? No, I don't think so. Because for the BJP, he's always been one of the most important campaigners. So every time he's not able to spend as much time in Gandhinagar. And in terms of the people of Gandhinagar, they've been so loving and so affectionate and so generous all these years. They've really given us a lot of affection because of the family and because of the fact that we are his children.
So in Gandhinagar, it was essentially national issue, not so much as Bijli Pani Sarak.
Not really, because in Gujarat, people have seen a lot of development under the BJP rule. Narendra Bhai has done a lot of good work for the state, so people are happy with the local government. And essentially, the local issues are not so important here. It's the national issues. It's the failure of the UPA government to handle serious issues like terrorism, price rise, unemployment. These have been the basic issues that I've talked to.
But it's almost a festive season.
It is.
Absolutely, so many people get involved everywhere. This place becomes a dining place for a large number of people.
It's like a big occasion in the family. You know, all our friends have come down from Delhi, and they've been coming in batches. So it's been really interesting, and every evening we've really sat out and had dinners together and all. But through the day, everybody's serious and everybody's out in the heat campaigning.
That brings me to another question. Your mother's energy level, that's also very high.
That's true.
And she stays awake till very late in the night, serving people, ensuring everybody.
Yeah.
I think the energy levels rise when you see the enthusiasm among the people. If the people give you a good response, if the people are, passionate about your party, your ideology, and if they believe in what you're doing, your energy levels naturally go high.
Pratibha, I wouldn't say that his energy level has dipped in the past several years, despite the fact that he's aging and all that?
Not at all. I don't know why media talks about his age so much, I mean, I really wish people would see, he's fitter than all of us put together. Why do they always have to bring up this age factor? And he's absolutely, there's no indication from his side in any of his activities that he has done in this election or the previous elections that, there's any age factor playing up.
During his campaigning outside, when he was taking his flights and hopping across the states, I noticed that he's a very frugal eater.
He is.
Yeah, that's true.
But Mrs. Advani told me that if the cooking is right and if I'm around, he really has a lot of food. Is that right?
No, I don't think he ever has a lot of food. In fact, she's like a true mother, and we all call her Annapurna because she loves feeding us. And our friends and him, of course. So yeah, when she's there, she fusses around a lot more, but otherwise left to himself, he'll eat very little.
I feel one of the main reasons for his stamina is his disciplined lifestyle. Because of the discipline that he has in his day-to-day life, it adds to his energy levels.
Would you explain that? What is this disciplined lifestyle? Getting up at a particular time, walking and all this?
Absolutely. He has a very structured day. They usually wake up at 6:37 every morning, my parents. And through the day, as the eating factor is an important factor, he eats very little. Plus, I think the bigger factor is also the fact that he doesn't waste his energy in any frivolous things. Most of us, we just laugh around, do this, do that. When he's done his work, he just goes into his room and he wants to take it easy. He'll keep quiet. So probably that frittering away of energy is not there.
that brings me to another question. Does he carry his work home? Say, for example, you all were younger when he was the Union Home Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister. And
we were not young when he was Home Minister.
No, we are still young.
Actually, we were kids when he was the Minister in the Janta government.
Janta government. I remember that.
That was in 1977.
Those nice things he's written about both of you in his book.
That time we were in school.
That time you were in school.
Also during emergency.
Yeah, during
emergency. That's the time when we were really young.
Yeah, from 1975 there was this emergency period. 1977 was the Janta Party government in power. So that time when he was minister...
Both of you all, the entire family went when he was released from jail?
Yes, that was in January 1977.
And he was very pleasantly surprised. He's written about it?
You know, this is an interesting incident. We met Sai Baba, the Satya Sai Baba, and that morning itself, the day he was released, Sai Baba told us that, told my mother rather, we were too young, told my mother that don't worry, he's going to be released soon. As soon as we reached home, we got the message that the orders have come.
So that has played a part in your belief system, in your worship?
Yeah, I mean, yes, absolutely.
This was in January 77.
No, I'm saying, say in 99, the Kandahar crisis happened, or Kargil happens. Does he carry his tension or worries back home?
Look, see, unfortunately, Kandahar was something which shouldn't have happened. But of course it wasn't something that he had any control over. But he doesn't think too much about it, or he doesn't get tensed or upset about it. What has happened has happened. You can't just keep, repeating it again.
So he's a person who's really able to absorb stress.
You know, he doesn't get affected by stress so much.
Yeah, he
doesn't show it at all.
He doesn't take much.
And also, I always believe there's a Hindi song from the film Hum Dono which really fits him well. Main zindagi ka saath nibhata chala gaya. So he's neither very upset or nor very happy about anything in life. He has a very straight path in life, and his whole demeanor is structured that way.
You all were born in the late 60s, and after that he says he's written a little chapter called My
Family?
My Family.
Towards the end, yeah.
Yeah, My Blissful Family.
Yeah.
Right? I think he uses the word blissful. Look, you all being born were very important to him, and he says that I took really a lot of interest in their parenting. So how do you feel as a father? I mean, has he been, as a politician father, it makes sometimes difficult for children maybe because his requirement elsewhere is much more. But have you all felt it? I want this answer from both of you all.
I think not really, because even in our early years when we were growing up, when we were in school, he would always, in spite of his busy schedule, in spite of the fact that he was even a minister in 1977 when we were in school, so even then he would come home with books and, all puzzles and crosswords and everything for us, even at that age. He was very concerned about what we were doing in school, what we were learning and what we were studying.
Also homework.
Yeah, he always...
You were afraid of him?
Never. I don't think we've ever been afraid of him because he's really been somebody who has never scolded us. Okay. It was the mom who had the danda.
It was the mom who had the danda.
Absolutely, always.
So Jack, same with you, you're not afraid of the father that much, but afraid of the mother.
Not really afraid as such, but he was never a strict father. He was a disciplinarian, but never strict or never...
Not too much.
Not too imposing, yeah.
And not too worried about your results, in the sense that some parents overstress themselves about children's results.
No, we did well. So
we were both right.
So did you carry the journalistic part of your father?
I think so. From somewhere I have that. And although I got into journalism quite accidentally, I wasn't supposed to. I did my honors in zoology, which is completely not related to journalism in any way. And I accidentally got into journalism, and I've enjoyed it so much. And in his case, he's taken over his love for cricket. And I've taken over his love for cinema. So it's like really been divided, he's got his love for cricket.
Yeah, I'm passionate about
sports. Does the family sit together and watch a film on any...
Absolutely, all the time.
Is there a specific day for it, Saturday, Sunday?
No. Where's the time to make it specific, yeah?
Oh,
so it's just basically as and when. We just love watching films.
Sometimes we organize private screenings for him.
What was the last film you all watched together?
Delhi 6.
Delhi 6.
Delhi 6. And he has his strong opinions on films. He when he watches them, he likes when he likes them. He really likes them. He comes out and tells people about it.
Yeah. He's passionate about films.
In fact, he gives you the impression that almost he would have been a film critic if he had
because that's what
he was.
That's because he
understands.
Sometimes
he was a film critic. Yeah.
He understands cinema. He wants to know who's the director, who's the music director, who's written the script. He goes into that kind of detailing. So he's quite knowledgeable about this whole cinema thing.